Can't lie to y'all, man. This is something that, we all probably saw coming, and it doesn't matter what people say in life. Relationships nearly always trump everything. It can be friendships. It could be within your job situation. It doesn't really matter what it is. Relationships tend to trump everything every time. And we're seeing that more and more with the Colorado Buffaloes, and more specifically with Travis Hunter. And we're going to talk about all that in 1 second.
Hey guys, it's LJ. Make sure you like the video and subscribe for more great content from my daddy.
Out there in prime land, man. Check this out, man. So it all started with this tweet from Dov Kleiman saying, breaking, Travis Hunter is signing with Lil Wayne's agency, Young Money APAA Sports per FOS. He will be the highest profile athlete represented by Young Money. Two things right there. We just want to say, okay, he is going with Lil Wayne. That's somebody that he's familiar with, probably has a good feeling of. He's around the team all the time. He and his agency probably gotten to know these guys a fair bit, and he feels comfortable with them. That's number one. Number two, he will be the highest profile athlete represented by Young Money, and that says volumes, because that means that Young Money is not only already representing other athletes, but it seems to me that they're fairly successful at representing other athletes. So that's one of those things where it's going to be, it also gives you some confidence. A lot of people are probably going to immediately think about, okay, here we go again, an NFL star, somebody that a very, very high profile college athlete signing with a music music individual, and this has the ability or the potential to just be bad. And you'd be thinking about the Ricky Williams situations when Mike Dickey and the Saints traded away the whole draft in order to get Ricky Williams. The world was at his feet. Master P and No Limit, they came in and negotiated a contract for him, and it felt like, the people that are saying it was just a bad contract or whatever. What a lot of people did not know is that even Ricky Williams said it, that he is the one that went with that contract. They had two other contracts that would have been better. The way that things played out, they would have been better for Ricky to take. And we also can't understate the fact that they came back the next year and renegotiated that contract and got him something that was better. But Ricky himself said that he is the one who negotiated that contract, or wanted the contract to be how it was, because a couple of the stipulations of the contract were, he was going to be the highest paid rookie of all time or ever, whatever you wanted to call it. And he wanted to feel like, because the Saints had traded away the entire draft, that he was earning his money or what have you. But you don't have to take my word for it. Let's listen to what Ricky had to say about that, and then we're gonna go from there. Talk to him, Ricky.
I put together three possible deals. And he said the first deal would make you the highest paid rookie ever in the history of the NFL. Okay. The second deal would, you get the maximum signing bonus you can get because you were the only player drafted. You get the maximum signing bonus you can get, which $8.8 million, and then minimum salary, but a chance to really knock it out of the park if you hit these incentives. And then he said the third deal is a hybrid between both, where you'll get more guaranteed money, incentives, but at a lower threshold, so you won't be able to make as much from incentives. And I mean, we went back and forth, and I said, the way that this all went down, what feels good to me is the Saints put a lot on the line, okay? They put a lot on the line, trading all those picks, and so, I'll take that maximum signing bonus, but the rest I should have to earn. I should have to perform in a way that justifies the picks that they made. And as I look back, I'm not saying that was the right way to look at it, but that was the way that felt good to me in that moment. I don't think I would have felt good about myself to become the highest paid player when I hadn't done anything. Again, I'm not saying that was smart or wise, but that was how I felt in the moment.
And that's more or less what he was saying. That's how he felt in the moment. He said, and he admittedly, it's not that it was the smartest or the wisest thing to do, but it's what he felt comfortable doing, because the Saints had given up so much in order to get him, and he didn't want to be the highest paid rookie or the highest paid player or what have you, and he hadn't done anything. He wanted a chance to earn it. And so if you're the agent, yeah, I guess it is your job to talk them out of it. But if you have a client, it's really your first thing is to make your client happy. Now, getting your client paid is something that would make your client happy. That's true. But we all know that Ricky is one of those guys that, you know, that's the way that he felt, and he probably felt really strongly about it. And so that's the way that they went with it. I can't knock him, can't blame him. They made him happy. And like they said, the next year they came back, renegotiated the contract. And if he hadn't gotten hurt, then it would have been a great contract and he would have earned his money. It would have been like, this is the first time a rookie earned all the money. And so, you know, this was a good contract for him. Fast forward to this contract, and here we go. Like I said, we got all this stuff, man. I don't understand why they be putting all these ads and stuff up here. I ain't studying this stuff, Google. But more or less, this is what we have from Front Office Sports, and this is who reported it. And we just go verbatim. It just says, "Hey, Heisman Trophy, I can't talk today. Heisman Trophy winner Travis Hunter is signing with Lil Wayne's agency, Young Money APAA, for his on-field representation in the NFL from Front Office Sports has learned." Now, we know with the NFL, it's very structured. You could really get an attorney to read over your stuff and then and you know, go about it. Just make sure you're not getting hosed all the way, and you'll be fine. You know, Lamar Jackson and his mom negotiated his contract, and so they came out just fine, and they got exactly what he wanted. And so like it's not like one of those deals where it's gonna be like I don't even think you could mess it up if you wanted to. Very structured now, and it's just for them to get the right deal for him. The amount of money, I don't think that really varies, especially if you're going 1, 2, 3 or something like that. That the money is just gonna be what it is. But as far as how it's structured and how it's delivered and the guarantees and stuff like that, I think that's the part that takes the negotiation. But I could be wrong. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong down in the comment section. At any rate, Hunter finished his collegiate career Saturday by playing in the Alamo Bowl with Colorado. Obviously, they lost 36-14 versus BYU. He did have over 100 yards and a touchdown, a great touchdown too. He had to make a couple people miss. Hey, he had a good game. It is what it is. He becomes one of the highest profile athletic clients represented by Young Money, which is a division of which has divisions across the NFL, the NBA, soccer, and college sports. And the two-way star Hunter was protected to be a top 5 pick in the draft. It remains unclear what position he's going to play. We all know that he's a two-way athlete. Not a two-sport athlete. Coach Prime was a two-sport athlete, but you know, they said considering top-end receivers typically make more than cornerbacks, so he'll probably go as a receiver. If it were me, I would just go, if they're going to let you come in, and somebody's going to draft you as a receiver, he would most likely get drafted as a defensive back. If somebody's going to draft you as a receiver, by all means, go as a receiver and get that money, man. Because the top end for, like, you know, you got DBs, over 5 years, they may make like 40 million. A receiver, you can make that over 5 years, over 2 or 3 years. I think P2 is making, like, I looked up his contract yesterday, like 98 million over 4 years or something like that. So you can get about 25, but receivers are getting 35 or what have you. That's the top defensive back, and regular receivers can get in the 30s or something like that. So and not extra regular receivers, but y'all understand what I'm saying. The ceiling for receivers is much higher than it is for defensive backs. But at any rate, Young Money also represents new Duke quarterback Darian Mensah, who signed a 2-year, $8 million NIL deal to transfer from Tulane. So he just went from somebody that was playing at Tulane. You were being represented by Young Money, and you get $8 million for 2 years to go to Duke. I think that's outstanding work. Not even gonna lie to y'all, man. Like, if you don't think that's outstanding work, to go to Duke, from Tulane to Duke for $8 million, and my boy Sellers only got 2.7. He got 2.4, 2.7, and this man got 4 a year to go to Duke. Man, come on, man. And hey, listen, man, you got to have them grades to get into Duke, but that ain't the point, though. You're a quarterback, and you got $8 million for 2 years to go to Duke. I love it, man. And that's what the agency, it just shows you they can do something like that. So imagine what they'll be able to do. You know, again, much more structured than the NFL, but I digress. Anyway, the agency also represents defensive end Jaheim Otis, a former 5-star recruit who recently transferred to Colorado from Alabama. This is another thing why I think Bill Belichick is going to be so successful in college football, because he already has relationships with a lot of these with a lot of the agents. And so it's much less about recruiting for him and much more about, hey, do you want to come to the school? You want to come? We got a spot for you. If you don't, it is what it is. Your agent can talk it out and what have you. A Young Money beat out major sports agency, including but not limited WME, CAA, Clutch Sports Group, and Athletes First, according to sources that had talks with Hunter as the college football season near the end. Clutch, that's pretty big if you beat out Clutch, can't lie to y'all. And then last but not least, there were several additional recent indications that Hunter might be signing with Young Money. At his Heisman acceptance speech, Hunter shouted out Lil Wayne. Obviously, he said, but that was about the music or what have you like that. And so after the ceremony in New York, Young Money APAA sports co-founder Addie Von Gontard, I can't even say that name, it is what it is, posted 2 photos on Instagram of the Heisman and the Heisman Trophy. And then it also says Young Money APAA Sports did not respond for multiple requests. Obviously, they normally don't do that. And then it says Hunter will remain with Smack. This is the main thing for the off the field stuff. Hunter will remain with Smack Entertainment, the agency that also works with Colorado Coach Prime and his son Shedeur, for his off the field representations. And that is because Smack helped Hunter ink a number of NIL deals at Colorado, including his deal with Adidas that will extend into his professional career. After Hunter won the Heisman, Smack co-founder CEO Constance Schwartz Morini told FOS that she looked forward to collaborating with whatever on the field agency Hunter chose. We'll be having a lot of conversations on partnering, Schwartz said. And so, like I said, man, this is one of those things where it's all about relationships, man. It really just depends on who you are and how the person feels about you and all of that. And do you have their best interest at hand? Again, I feel like they should have his best interest at hand. He already has an agency that's been doing right by him. If they don't do right by him, or he feels like they're not doing right by him, by all means, he can just switch over to the other agency and let them represent him fully or represent himself fully, because again, it's very slotted. There are some things to negotiate or what have you, but you can be like Darrelle Revis and just renegotiate at any time. He literally negotiated his contract after every single year. So we'll see how this thing plays out for Travis, man. Hopefully it's going to be nice, smooth sailing. He has good representation on both sides, for on the field as well as off the field. And I think he should be just fine, man. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that like button, and I'll holler at y'all next time. Till next time. It's your boy Jay Easy, aka Fresh from the Barbershop, BK the People's Champ.
Godspeed.